right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Back 25. 56 is the mark. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in Week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Down, steady, back 25. Switch up. Check the backer. Share. Tighten up.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
That's what I'm talking about.
Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now it's Ginn. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, Will.
Shotgun now for Brees. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Brees. And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. That At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Taken in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Oh, you got deep? Check. Go team, spill.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. On first down, Ryan getting it out left side to Sanu. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
21, wait.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, switch gears. Jam. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Check. Check 43.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Rip left.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Hey, high 7.
Breeze now on first down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now a give right side. Grant. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Check back, check back. Check 3.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A pretty big 3rd down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
This is Grant, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8.
0-2.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a give right side. It's Grant. Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and 7, Brees out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Randall Cobb on the breakaway. Touchdown, New Orleans. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hey, Tuesday.
Now Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The left side completion to Jones. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
They've done an excellent job blanketing Julio Jones here in the first half. That's just his second catch. So as they head into halftime, the Falcons have to ask this question of themselves. How do we get the ball to number 11?
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Here's Ginn. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Just stop, baby. That's baby. Over. Big Ed.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Waiting. I got it.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they... And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley, his 2nd sack of the night.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
59.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Hey, exit. Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Ready. We're waiting. Hey, kill. Get wide. Check 3. You're good. I 4. Ready.
Now a give, right side. It's Grant. And he cuts right sideline and some room to go. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
1st down, New Orleans.
Ready.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check.
Now a give, right side. Grant. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Corey Grant, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Check 31. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Hey, South. Lock it up.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, Steve 6. Check, 59. You must be back.
Now Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They will run with Grant. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Easy. You go tight. You got tight right there.
They go back to Grant. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Grant, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll roll him out right. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Freeman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
20. Good job. Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Sheldon Rankins able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. 2nd down and goal. Ryan to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. Corey Grant, his second touchdown of the night. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Corey Grant, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan caught on the right side by Jones. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan, throw right side, caught by Ridley. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw is Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
He's going to let it fly. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And now nothing but green ahead of him.